Today we're taking a look at Porta-Brace hard cases. Porta-Brace is an American manufacturing company that creates hard cases, camera covers, accessories, things like that for people in film, television, for sound engineers. They are based out of North Bennington, Vermont, where they've been handcrafting these things since 1972. Now, when I first started my video production company, one of the first things I bought after I bought like the core gear, the camera, the sound gear, is a hard case. That was one of the first things I got. I do a lot of traveling, and over the years it gets more and more. So when this is going through baggage claim at the airport, I can rest assured knowing that whatever I've gotten here is going to be coming out unscathed. Porta-Brace actually says that the resin plastic cases are crush proof. I have no doubt that is correct. I have no reason to believe that it is not. This goes through, really goes through the ringer at airports. That's really my big test. It's got a couple of scratches and scuffs on it. I've had this particular case for maybe a dozen years or so. It's been on more projects than I can count, both locally, throwing in the back of my truck, as well as through airports and baggage claim, that whole thing. If you've ever seen them, how they handle your stuff, Now, taking a look at these, they are watertight, they are airtight, they actually have an air pressure relief valve here. The handle here has a nice soft grip. I especially like the double hinge locking system on these. They're not going to snap, they're not hurting your fingers. Much easier to operate than other brands. Now, the plastic resin that these are made out of, they're actually 10 to 20% lighter than other brands of hard cases. Now, that's a huge positive for when you're lugging it around the airport, when you're shipping it, and of course you're being charged by the ounce. That does add up. But they really overbuild everything. All the hinges on here, you can tell, are really, really heavy duty. These cases have several certifications. I don't have them memorized, I'll put them here, but it is literally military grade. These cases also have a small notch on either side of the lid where you can slap on a small padlock or a TSA approved lock when you're sending it through the mail for extra security. And the cases come three different ways: either completely empty with foam inserts, which I recommend, or you can do also padded dividers. Now, if you're gonna get it empty, just spend a couple extra dollars and get the foam in it. On B&H right now, this one right here goes for something like $75 with the foam. Without the foam, it's like $68. So it's like a difference of like $7, roughly, give or take. I'll put the correct numbers right here as of right now when I'm filming this, but these numbers don't really fluctuate. But if you want to get the foam later on and you buy it empty, you go, you know what, maybe I should get the foam. Now you're paying something like $45 for just the foam. So I recommend against getting it empty. So get the foam or get the padded interiors. And on the larger cases, you can actually have a laptop sleeve or a case in the lid. Here, I'll show you. I don't have one, but this is the idea. So this is a larger case. Instead of having this foam up here, this would be replaced with a laptop sleeve. It's obviously form-fitting. You could throw your laptop in here, extra gear, odds and ends, just to maximize the storage space in these things. You might be also wondering, I've got stickers on these things. My company logo that helps to identify at the airport, things like that, in addition to identifying it within just my own studio. This right here is just a logo from Buffer. It's a sticker from them. This is my monitor. This right here, at a glance, I can see this is all my sound gear. So gaffer's tape is not just for holding things down. I use it a lot for identifying things. So anyway, studio organization and things like that, I think, is a topic for another video. Quick note on this, I'm a big fan of American made. All these things are designed and manufactured in North Bennington, Vermont, with the exception of the vault hard cases for these. So the interiors are made in Vermont, that's manufactured there. They have a partner in Italy who makes all the resin and things like that and ships it to them in Vermont, where they then finalize assembly and throw the interiors into it. With the exception of the vault for these cases, everything is designed and manufactured in North Bennington, Vermont. And Porta-Brace is actually a very green company. To me, it's something that's very important to be environmentally conscious. When you get one of these in the mail, let's say you get it from B&H or somewhere like that, an authorized retailer, it'll come in a box that it is physically shipped in, but that's it. You'll pull it right out. There's no packing material aside from whatever it needs to physically get to you. That's hard case, that's their other cases, whatever, because it is very, very heavy duty, it's very rugged, and it cuts back on plastic, cuts back on cardboard unnecessarily, so you're not wasting it. So there's that, as well as in their facility, all the instructions and things like that they use on the shop floor. There's nothing printed out. There's no paper. They have tablets and things like that that's synced wirelessly throughout. as well as actually all of the scrap that they have from this as they're doing the foam is actually donated to a local Vermont teddy bear maker. So that's pretty cool. And a word on where you go to buy these things. You want to have an authorized retailer. Either buy it directly through Porta-Brace on their website or go to an authorized retailer like B&H. Reason being, there are some counterfeits. There's not many, but if you see one that's like, wow, that's really cheap, chances are pretty good it's not a Porta-Brace, it is a knockoff. Sometimes they'll even say Porta-Brace right on it. But if the price looks too good to be true, it probably is. You get what you pay for. So if you do find a knockoff, and you don't get one from, secondhand from somebody, it's a legit but used Porta-Brace. If you go and get one from some sketchy site and it's like half the price or a fraction of the cost, as soon as you get it and you touch it, you may realize, oh wait, this is terrible quality, or it's going to start breaking down over time. You're going to realize that is not a genuine Porta-Brace accessory. All right, that is my review of the Porta-Brace hard cases. If you like that, make sure you give it a thumbs up. In the coming weeks, by the way, I'm going to be putting together videos on individual cases, what kind of gear I have inside of them, why I chose them, and how I dice the foam. Hopefully that'll be helpful for some of you guys as well. But in conclusion, these things are fantastic. It is a great, great investment, especially if you've spent thousands of dollars on gear. Spend a couple $100, get one of these cases. You will not regret it, especially if you have to travel a lot for work. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Yeah, so if you like this, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you don't, what word was that?